Well, hello there, and thank you for tuning in to What I Need. This is now episode 17. So if you guys could do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, and if you have any comments or questions or topics you'd like me to discuss, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will be sure to get to them. I've been getting a lot of direct messages, but I'm trying to get the comments on the actual page. That way other people can see it and be inspired to ask their own questions as well. But, well, guys, let's get started. I would say good morning, but it is the evening. It's about 7:33 p.m. Yeah, I know. Usually I don't do evening podcasts, but I just figured, why the hell not? Today I wanted to talk about trying to get out of a lazy slump, because that's kind of what I've been in. Is when you get in that lazy slump and you don't want to do nothing. You're just kind of like, I'm just gonna lay down, or I'm gonna sleep in. I'm just gonna sit down, watch TV, nothing. Like, you're so damn lazy, you don't even want to make food. You're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna order some pizza or something. But yeah, how do you get out of that? And you know damn well you have stuff to do. You know damn well I should be doing this, I should be doing that. This is my free time that I could be working on my own projects. Right? Because that's the key, is to successfully get your own projects up and running. And yes, we all know entrepreneurship is extremely difficult because you are your own boss, and the only way you move up or get promoted is if you do the work. You want to talk about a raise? Well, you gotta put in that time. You gotta get up when you don't want to get up. If you're feeling lazy, I don't think there's I think that all depends on who you are, on how to get out of a lazy slump. Like for me, the number one thing that I use the most to motivate the hell out of me is my music. I love music. So I'm always listening to music, and the specific type of music I listen to is by some of my favorite artists, and always listening to their music where it's positive, and they're talking about making it and what they're gonna do when they make it, and this and that. That's the type of music that I listen to. For instance, one of my personal all-time favorite motivational songs is "The Race" by Wiz Khalifa. That song gets me going, and on top of that, Black and Yellow, Wiz Khalifa, definitely, and a lot of Kid Cudi as well. But those songs I listen to throughout the day to keep my motivation up. I'm drinking my coffee. After my coffee, I'm even popping a Red Bull or a Monster, and I'm going at it. I'm going at it. And as you guys know, I've got like 5 different projects that I'm working on at the same time. Still, none of them really bringing in anything. But it's okay, because I know it's going to pop. The reason I know is because I've done it before. I've somewhat been successful before. Straight up. Not all the way at the top, but I've been up, and I've tasted a little bit of that success. Unfortunately, I lost it because I was an idiot. Doing a bunch of dumb crap. But I think getting out of that lazy slump, and the reason I'm talking about it right now is because I was feeling that just now. I swear to God, I was just feeling that right now. I was sitting down, I'm watching the news. I know, I'm boring. I watch the news all day. And I was sitting down watching the news, and I was like, damn, man, I haven't done a podcast in like 4 or 5 days. The hell. And then I catch myself making up excuses in my head. Like that's the negative in my head. Making up excuses for me, already holding me down. That's the inner side of me holding my damn self down. Like, I was sitting there watching the news, and I'm like, I know I need to record a new podcast. Why am I not doing it? Well, I just don't feel like it. I'll get to it tomorrow. Well, that's a load of shit, because it took me 5 days just to do this one. So we know that's a damn lie. There we go, right there. If you're already talking to yourself in the head like, just do it tomorrow. Just do it tomorrow. Well, we both know that's bullshit, because you most likely said that the past 5 days. And then I was thinking, well, what got me up is as I kicked that thought away, I had another thought in my head. Why am I not recording a podcast right now? Well, that's because you're not creative right now. You don't have anything to talk about. I was like, fuck I do. Let's do this. All right, I'm up. That negative thought pumped me up to do this. I think it's everybody's different, so they all have their own specific way on how to get motivated to do something. And 99% of the time, I am fully motivated. But there's always that 1%. I mean, everybody gets tired. I'm tired as hell right now. I mean, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning every day with my stocks. I'm full-time raising my daughter. I got my other projects I'm working on. It's a lot. It is a lot. But, I mean, this is what I wanted when I made the decision to get sober, change my life around, and save my daughter's life, pretty much. That's what I took on. So I don't complain about it. It's just what I do. I don't think of it like, oh, shit, man. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I've had people say, isn't it a lot of work? Yeah, but, I mean, I don't think of it as that. I just think of it as like, well, it's like waking up in the morning to take a piss. You got to do it. So why even complain about it? And it's not even more on the sense of I got to do it. I want to do it as well. Of course I got to, because I love her. So I'm not going to fail her. I'm going to make sure she is the best of the best that she could be. And so, yeah, I'm tired. But it's okay. I mean, I stay going and doing what I'm doing. But I did feel that lazy slump. And I was like, oh, hell no. Not getting this lazy slump in. That's what I encourage you guys. If you guys feel that lazy slump, like, I don't want to do it. I've had a long day. Well, fucking that's life. We all have long days. Days are hard. Life is hard. Whatever. I mean, how bad do you really want it? That's the question. How bad do you really want to fucking make the success happen? That's the question. And then what I've learned too with success is success is great. Everybody loves success. And then getting up to those multi-millions, that's the ultimate goal, is to get to those multi-millions. But from my experience with success and how I climbed that mountain in the music industry years ago, is success, once you start getting the higher and higher and higher and higher and higher you go, oh man, it does not get easier. All that, you're going to wish for days like these. You are going to wish for days like these. You're going to wish, damn, it wasn't that hard. And it's going to be a lot more hard work once you're up there and you're in making $500,000 and you're up in those millions and then your business is successful. It's everything you wanted to be. You're gunning it. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're doing this. But you got to multiply that by 10. Whatever work you did in the very beginning to build it up has to be multiplied by 10. Probably just call it 1,000. You got to do it a lot because your momentum is what's keeping that up. So you do slack off and just say, oh, it's good. I made it. Yay. And then you're going to quickly feel that drop. Yeah. Then you're going to go into that woulda, coulda, shoulda stage. But that's what we work for. We work to get up there. That's why we are entrepreneurs. That's why I love the entrepreneur world. Because I love to work on my own stuff, on my own creations. I love to do it. Now, you working at a 9 to 5 at McDonald's, yeah, that blows. There's no future in it. Absolutely not. I don't even think it's possible for you. If you worked a 9 to 5 at McDonald's for 20 years, I still don't think you would be able to save up enough money to buy your own damn franchise of McDonald's. Because, I don't know, what is it, like 950,000? Or maybe last time I checked, I think now it's 1.5 million just for a franchise. And the funny part about that is if you do buy a McDonald's franchise for 1.5, guess what? You got to work there for, I think it's like a year and a half. I think you got to work there for like a year and a half. So then you're right back up with the apron doing it again. I think 7-Eleven's like that too. I'm not sure. I think their franchise is like that. You got to work there too. But yeah, you got to get out of that lazy slump. And that's what I'm really curious about. In fact, that would be very interesting. I would really love for you guys to comment and tell me, what do you do to get out of that lazy slump that you might fall in? How do you get out of it? What do you do? Like, for me right now, I was sitting down, and this time the music didn't work because I just was listening to some music, had a smoke, came back in, sat right back down and watched the news. And then those thoughts started hitting me in the head. And then what I did with those negative thoughts, since everybody has negative thoughts, I use those negative thoughts in my own way where it motivated me to do it. It's kind of like my brain knew how to fuck with me, if you know what I mean. Like my brain knew kind of like how to piss me off enough to get my ass up and do it. And that's the thing. I love doing these podcasts. I love writing my book. I love recording music. I love doing stocks. I love the idea of filming. I have some filming ideas. I love marketing. I love the business aspect of marketing and advertising. I love all of it. But sometimes you just get lazy. That's just natural. Sometimes you just get lazy. But the thing is, it's cool to be lazy sometimes, I guess. But how do you get out of the laziness when you know damn well you should be doing something that you should have did 5 days ago? That's the trick. So I want to know what your guys' strategies are to get out of that laziness and get your ass up back to working on your own projects. That would be very interesting. I want to know that. And I don't think I've ever been a real lazy person. I've always been someone with momentum. I've always been moving all the time, whether it be music, business, marketing, writing, or skateboarding, or doing anything. I've never been a lazy person. I've never been one of those video game type people. Like even as a kid, I was never really like indoors playing video games or some crap like that. No, I was always outside when I was a kid. Probably because of the household I grew up in too, because that shit was nuts. As you guys know, if you guys have listened to some of my other podcasts, my household was insane. So that's the other reason why I was outside too. I mean, I could have been inside, but we all know where that would have led. But yeah, I've never really been that inside type person. And what's funny too is when you are that type of person with a lot of momentum and you're always doing things, you attract other people like that as well. You'll start noticing that. And those are the type of people I love to be around. Like when I meet people and I tell them, yeah, I'm doing music, I'm doing a book, I'm doing podcasts, I'm doing marketing, um, I'm doing stocks. I mean, maybe it is believable, but I get a lot of responses like, that's nuts. The hell's why are you doing that? Why don't you just focus on one thing at a time and then move on to another thing? Like that's retarded. You're never gonna get anywhere. See, that's what motivates me. When people tell me shit is impossible, that motivates me even more because I'm like, all right, another motherfucker I gotta prove wrong. Let's do this. I'm down. So you attract those type of people when you're like that as well. And one thing I've learned is you got to be very vocal. One of the things that got me so high up in the music industry was I was very outspoken. I always was talking with people. I was always trying to make connections and this and that and this and that. And sometimes for people that's intimidating. It's intimidating to spark up a conversation or just out of nowhere, just randomly talk to someone and see where it goes. I mean, but the more and more you do it, the better you get at it. Like kind of like public speaking, where people get stage fright. I've had stage fright before. Shit, believe me, I definitely have had stage fright before, and that sucks. I remember there was one time one thing I don't know if I've told you guys in my other podcasts in the other episodes is one fact about me that most people don't know is, believe it or not, I actually have my state license um, for life insurance in California. I actually took that big ass test and passed it. I actually have my state license to sell life insurance. And I remember I was with Primerica, and I guess I did like since I was new, I did like 5 or 6 sales within a week, or whatever, and it was good. So they wanted me to be the person that came up and introduced the company and all that stuff. And of course, I was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's do this. Let's do this. I ain't got no problem with that. And yeah, the hell I did. Because I think that was my first time. Maybe it wasn't my first time public speaking. It was my first time public speaking that was directly for business. Yeah, definitely. That was my first time. And on top of that, I was hungover as hell. Like I had just got done partying. This is back when I had my condo in Valencia. And I just got done partying. I was like half an hour late. I showed up, threw on some slacks and a button up. I wasn't even hungover. Let's just admit it. I was still fucking drunk. I go up there. And they're like, hey, what's wrong? What's wrong? You okay? You okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. This and that. Let's do this. So I walk up there. There's like 30 people staring right at me I've never seen. And I'm doing good. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. And then like 5 minutes into it, that's when my stage fright kicked in. My stage fright kicked in, and I didn't know what it was at first. I was just like, what the hell's going on with me? Like, like at first it just felt like a giant brain fart. Like I didn't know what to say. I had no idea how to connect anything. It's like as if my brain just said, you know, fuck this. I'm laying down right now. I'm just standing there with my body like, the fuck? Get back up. I need your help. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that I think was my first stage fright. And I remember I just kind of like, I kind of mumbled a couple other words and I was like, and yeah, this and that. And that's why Primerica's great. And I just ran off the damn stage. But that was a learning lesson. That was a giant learning lesson. And every situation like that, even when you're talking to a random person, you learn how to navigate through speaking, which helps so much. That's what helped me so much in the music industry. As I said, I was always talking with anybody, and I brought up that that stage fright incident with Primerica because I definitely took a lot of mental notes after that and said, okay, this could be a problem in the future. How do I fix it? Back then, my mind probably would have said, well, I mean, it's obvious. This is the easiest way to fix stage fright for anybody. The easiest way, get drunk. But that's stupid as hell because it got me nowhere but in trouble. And as you guys know, since I'm like basically a year sober now, I've had to relearn life. And that was crazy as hell. And talking about public speaking, and when you're talking to any random people, every time you're talking, take mental notes. Like even when you're talking to a crush, I don't know if you're a girl or guy, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're into, and you know you like somebody, and you're kind of like, well, fuck, I want to say this, but that, and this and that. What if I do this? You ever have one of those moments? I'm sure you probably have. Any one of you guys, I don't know. You ever have one of those moments where you're talking to your crush face to face, and you're really nervous, and then you most likely have said something dumb, and then the conversation ends, you guys say bye, and then you're walking away, and the whole time you're just cussing yourself out in your head, and you're just like, what the fuck? Why did I say that? That was so dumb. This and that and this and that. Then you're like, oh my god, I feel like such an idiot. Yeah, yeah. That should be a learning lesson right there. That should definitely be a learning lesson. And whether or not you paid attention to it, mentally, I think you saved it and archived it somewhere. So it's there. So if you're listening to this and you want to start now, take it slow and really pay attention to how people are talking, how people are standing. Are they saying something you're interested in? Or are they just talking BS? If that's the case, quickly leave the conversation because we're trying to be motivated, pumped up, ready to go, and accomplish everything we want. If you're talking BS, it's get out of the conversation immediately. It's not worth the time. Make up something. Put on what I do if I'm in a situation where I'm in a conversation with somebody and I know this shit is going nowhere. I'll put a fake alarm in my phone for like 5 minutes ahead and then act like it's a phone call. Say I gotta go and dip. That's it. But yeah, so I brought that up because, you know, speaking can get you very far. Very, very far. And don't be afraid to try it. I think I've talked about this in one of my previous episodes. But yeah, alright guys, I think that'll be about it for today. Sorry it took so long. I'm gonna get another one up very soon. But yeah, if you guys can comment below, tell me what it is you guys use to get yourself up out of your lazy slump. That would be cool. Well, alright guys, this is What I Need, episode 17. You guys have a wonderful day.